Good afternoon, my Real News Midday TV family. Welcome back to the channel for another news update. And in the news this afternoon, 23-year-old son of Jamaican cop killed in Toronto shooting. A 23-year-old man believed to be the son of a member of the Jamaica Constabulary Force has died of his injuries after multiple shots were fired at a housing complex in North York's Shawnee Park area in Toronto, Canada. The murder occurred on Cherokee Boulevard in the area of Victoria Park and the Finch Avenues shortly before 3 a.m. on Thursday. Toronto police said that multiple residents in the area called to report the sound of gunshots. Toronto paramedic services said they were called to the area and subsequently rushed one adult to the hospital with critical injuries. Police later confirmed that the victim, 23-year-old Marcel Bryan, was pronounced dead at the hospital. The homicide unit has now taken over the investigation. Toronto police investigators said that multiple shots were fired and that the shooting was targeted as there were two suspects shooting at another male victim. There is no information so far about the suspects. Police are asking anyone with information to contact investigators. Portmore tax office closes early after employee reportedly suffers electric shock. A long-standing electrical fault, which has reportedly caused the shocks to both the staff and the customers on multiple occasions, led to the early closure of the Portmore tax office in St. Catherine shortly after 10 a.m. on Friday morning. The decision to close the facility followed another incident where an employee was shocked, which was described as the proverbial straw that broke the camel's back. Disgruntled customers were reportedly informed of the closure by a manager-supervisor who bluntly stated that an employee had been shocked. He also shared that he had been shocked in the past as someone held onto him while they were being shocked. The senior employee mentioned that attempts had been made to fix the problem, including recent efforts, and it was believed to have been resolved. Another employee told the news that the electrical issue has been affecting both the staff and the customers. When the news team visited around 10:50 a.m., the gate of the tax office was closed and the tight-lipped security guard on duty was turning away disgruntled customers, redirecting them to offices in Spanish Town and downtown Kingston. He declined to explain why the facility closed early. Employees were observed gathering outside at the corner of the building towards the back of the premises in what appeared to be a meeting. It is not immediately clear how long the tax office will remain closed. JPS says high-tension wire in viral farm video may have been tampered with, issue now resolved. The Jamaica Public Service Company says a live wire which fell on a farm in Phoenix Park, St. Catherine, has been fixed and the area is now safe. The downed high-tension wire was captured in a viral video by the owner of the property, who highlighted the danger it posed on his farm. In the video, the wire can be seen and heard sparking at times. There was also a line of dead animals, including frogs, a bird, and the owner's dogs, which appeared to have come in contact with the wire. Claiming the high-tension wire fell onto his farm, the owner accused the JPS of not implementing safety measures. How could JPS, who are aware of it, leave a wire like that on the ground? Tell me now, you disconnect the wire. Everything dies on it. You don't do that as JPS. You get the wire take up immediately, cause it's on my farm, the owner said. Pointing to the workers on his farm, he also claimed that one of his workers could have been electrocuted by the wire had he not reached him in time to warn him about it. See the guys over there working. One almost died the other day from cutting a tree beside it. Almost died. I was right in time to say he would have died, the owner said. Responding to the news queries on Friday, JPS said investigations are ongoing, but initial assessment suggested the wire could have been tampered with. The matter has been resolved and the area is safe. Based on preliminary investigations, there appears to have been tampering with the JPS network. However, investigations continue, the company said in a video. The utility company added, in the meantime, we remind the public that with hurricanes and adverse weather conditions, power lines may fall. We urge persons to stay away from fallen poles and power lines. Police seized AK-47 and military gear in Westmoreland operation. The Westmoreland police on Friday seized an AK-47 rifle, 20 rounds of ammunition, and military gear during a targeted operation in Geneva District, Grange Hill. No one was arrested in connection to the seizure. Commanding officer for the Westmoreland Division, Superintendent Othniel Dobson, says that this seizure brings to 3 the number of firearms found in the last 48 hours and will have an impact on gang activities within the division. Dobson said the Westmoreland police will continue their efforts in targeting gangs in the division, with the Kings Valley gang being the major gang of focus. He said the police remain committed to ridding the community of gangs, guns, and wanted men. I wanted to assure the citizens of Westmoreland and the Morgan's Bridge Police area in particular that the Westmoreland Police continue to work assiduously to ensure their safety and will continue our activities to dismantle the gangs that continue to plague them in these areas, Superintendent Dobson said. Portmore man charged with murder freed. Portmore resident Mark Mitchell was on Thursday freed of murder in the St. Catherine Circuit Court. Mitchell was charged for the death of Michael Thomas, otherwise called Zeeks, of Portsmouth, also in Portmore, St. Catherine. Mitchell's attorney Denise Hinson submitted that her client acted in self-defense. It was also argued that the prosecution failed to establish how the deceased met his death. Agreeing that the Crown could not negate self-defense, Justice Yvonne Brown upheld the submissions and freed Mitchell. Allegations were that on October 12, 2018, Mitchell and Thomas had a disagreement which resulted in a tussle, during which Thomas was sustained a stab wound. Mitchell escorted him to hospital where he died. Mitchell was taken into custody and subsequently charged with murder. He made numerous court appearances and maintained his innocence throughout. St. Anne teen drowns while fishing. The Cave Valley Police in St. Anne have launched an investigation into the drowning of a 15-year-old boy on Thursday. Dead is Matthew Fong, who was a student at Alson High School and a resident of Boroughbridge in the parish. It is reported that about 10:30 a.m., Fong was fishing on a raft on the Boroughbridge River, reportedly in the company of a relative, when he fell into the murky water. Fong got into difficulties and subsequently drowned. JLP Deputy General Secretary calls out Golding on illicit enrichment investigation remarks. Jamaica Labour Party Deputy General Secretary Charles Sinclair is calling out the People's National Party President Mark Golding for stating that no opposition parliamentarian is under investigation by the Integrity Commission for illicit enrichment. Sinclair says as far as he is aware, the Commission does not, as a matter of practice, write to individuals and state specifically that they are under probe for illicit enrichment. As such, he says that there is no way Golding can speak with any certainty. The PNP president is up to mischief and has been misleading the people on this matter for well over a year, Sinclair stated. He says that Golding should desist from making such remarks. The JLP Deputy General Secretary says a recent public statement by the chairman of the Integrity Commission, which is contained in the Commission's latest annual report and concerns the public narrative pertaining to illicit enrichment probes by the body, is instructive. He pointed out that the Commission's chairman stated that the police received numerous complaints and allegations of various crimes that, when investigated, are found to be without merit. So does the Integrity Commission, which has no control over speculations, rumors, or mischief-making in the society. Sinclair added that the chairman went on to further state that when a person approaches the Commission, the Director of Information and Complaints is compelled to record the complaint or information and submit it to the appropriate Director of the Commission for action, and the Commission lawfully makes a note of the probe in its annual report. Sinclair says the public statement from the Integrity Commission chairman, which was contained in the Commission's latest annual report, speaks for itself. 2 additional lawmakers have been referred for investigation for alleged illicit enrichment, the Integrity Commission has disclosed in its annual report for 2023-2024. That puts the tally over the last 2 years to 8. The law blocks the anti-corruption agency from speaking on its investigations before a report is tabled. In its annual report for 2022-2023, the Commission disclosed that 6 parliamentarians and 28 other public officials were referred for investigation for illicit enrichment. The Commission's latest report did not provide any updates on those referred last year. It said 4 other public officials were also referred for investigations. Guys, thank you for watching. See you this evening at 6 p.m. for another news update.